Hello, good morning to one and all. Today I am going to talk about what the spiritual meaning of fida. When you are working or when you are at home, all of a sudden you saw or you got different colors of feather or maybe single color of feathers. What does it mean? Particularly during your spiritual journey or Kundalini awakening or twin flame connection. So recently I have received so many different colors of feather, and I was thinking why, because continuously I have been getting lot of feathers, whether it is a fika feather, whether it's a green color feather, brown color, white color feather. So as I have already uploaded one of my videos that where I have talked about that how light flickering or your ball flickering can give a sign that how angels are trying to communicate with you. And still in my room that blue and green color angel is always with me, and it has been quite 4 to 5 months, and I'm loving to interact with the angels. So today the core idea that when you are getting any kind of feather, what does it mean? So I'll share the brief idea about the general concept of the feather and how it has a great impact when we are in the spiritual journey or the process. And second part, in this video I'm going to talk about the different colors of feather and how it represents in different signs or different meaning, so that we can work on it or we can be remain so positive during this process, because it is a blessing that you are communicating with the higher source or higher self. So the feather symbolizes a different meaning depending on its color and situation. In general, feathers symbolize the protection from your guardian angels or higher source, as I just said right now. Understanding feather and its color can help us to make a certain decision in our life, or maybe in career, or whatever the situation you are going through in the present time. And even the representation, when we're talking about the feather, it take a deeper look within. It is also talking about your spiritual journey. So feather in any color corresponds to the air element, because feather is very light. It always representing the lightness. It's talking about the freedom. So each color of the feathers has its own unique color. So we are going to discuss all the details about its color. So feathers are great for things into oneself, because it can heal us inside out. One can meditate on it and use it as a healing practices, as a tool, so it can heal us very quickly because of its lightness, because of its subtleness. We feel very calm and cool when you taking feathers as a tool in your healing practices. And even I do like particularly the peacock feather. I really love it, and I have received, I think, many more peacock feather recently, and I'm going to share the some of the colors, different colors of feather what I have received in my last few months back, and earlier as well, so you can understand how I'm so connected with the angels or the spirit guides. Even though there is no bird around you, but if you are getting any feather, like while you are walking or running or doing anything in your life or any activities, and appear in your path, like when you walk, I pretty remember recently I got a green color feather when I was doing my morning walk. It was such a wonderful sign, and I was feeling so good. And then it is a good sign from the angels. So you should pick that feather up because it indicates that it is for you only. So angels are trying to communicate with you through the different objects. So feathers is one of the animal spirit totem, as I have already talked about the dragonfly, how it is really helpful, particularly the beginning state of your spiritual journey. Similarly, feathers are also a good I can say the mediumship to communicate with your angels or the higher souls. So feathers can clear any form of negative energy out from your aura or your room, so bring more positivity in your life. So when you keep feathers inside your room, you feel more positive and it can protect from the evil eyes. So feathers hold not only messages, it can also give the healing capacity and teaches you to enhance your creative side and fly very high with a trust on yourself, because as I said in my previous statements that feathers are very light and it is also coming under the air elements. So it represents that it is time for you to think which is very out of the box and try to be like an eagle. So here your character trait should be modified according to the situation and try to be the better version of yourself. So for that you need trust, and when you believe to yourself, then you can do it. So there will be no problem. So when you're talking about numbers of feather you see or get has its own meaning too, because recently I have received so many feathers, literally so many feathers. So it is giving me that it is very high time for yourself to connect with the higher self and trust yourself, and don't expect for the result or manifestation whatever you have been practices. Rather trust the process, trust to yourself and trust to the higher source, and everything will be fine. These are like the general understanding when you are getting any kind of feathers. So feathers are used for different purposes such as healing, cleansing, blessing, awakening, and it is talking about it's talking about the freedom, utilizing your personal freedom in your life as an individual. Even though you are working as a member of the group, but still your unique ideas, your creative mindset can help us to the society in a larger spectrum. In Samanic culture, you have seen that feather has its own significance, and they generally use the different kinds of feathers in the whole structure, whether it is a cloth or it is a any kind of hair clip. They use different colors, beautiful colors of feathers. So feather is considered as a gift from the universe. Even in some culture, feathers are used as a magical source to heal your mental anguish or imbalance, to restore the balance form. I know as an Indian that we really like to keep the peacock feather and we worship it, because it is a belief that peacock feather is the sign of the divinity, where we can protect from the evil eyes or negativity. So in different culture we have different meaning for that. So beliefs that feathers are representing as wind, as I said, the air element, ascension, fertility, lightness, purification of evil, abundance, purity, faith, strength, transcendence, hope, overcome a situation and rise higher, look down and learn, spirituality, a connection to the higher realms, communication from the spirit or universe, talks about spiritual realm and the divinity. It is also a sign of a regeneration, mystical realm, purity, protection, and a sign from your ancestor or your angel. It is a great way to interact, I can say. Feathers are the sign that angels are watching over you, angels are around with you, and that I can give 100% for myself. In my room, I am communicating with the angels every day, 2 to 3 times or 4 times, and most of the time I'm getting the feathers, coin, and I'll upload so many things, and you will surprise how angels are really interacting with us in different ways. So seeing feathers in unusual places might mean that the spirit of your loved one is watching over you. They may appear suddenly on the ground or even floating above you and trying to tell you that it's time for you to concentrate to yourself, introspect and reflect on yourself, and you will find out what are the dark side you have, so that you can work on it. And sometimes different colors of feather can give a advance indication that something good is happening in your life. So just trust. So feathers are reminding you to be more grateful for your good things in your life. Be grateful. So feel more gratitude towards everything and feel blessed for that. Feathers totem indicates that you are doing the right thing and you are on the right path. Have trust and good things will come soon. So these are like the general idea that what does it mean, particularly in the spiritual meaning of feathers during a spiritual journey, Kundalini awakening or twin flame connection. Now in the second part, what I have going to say that how different colors of feather is really give a significant meaning, and it really help us in advance to understand what does it mean. So I'll start from the green color feather which I have recently received. It is a green color and the borderline is slightly brown color. It is a it has a great meaning that it is talking about the heart chakra. First of all, green color feather is talking about the heart chakra. So it symbolizes wealth, environment, harmony, freshness, fertility, healing, greenery. That means you have to take the greenery food, or you have to take little bit more intake towards the green vegetables or food. And the compassion, hope, love, relationship, and it's talking about it's time to plant trees and spend more time with the nature, and also talking about new love is coming into your life. And it is talking about the heart chakra, and it's always talking about the lowest chakra as well as the highest chakra. You have to grounding. When you are grounding, you have to make that balance. So a green color feather is also talking about money. It's talking about abundance, and it's talking about nurturing and remove the negativity. It is talking about that lot of healing energy is coming in your process, and a healthy love is also blossoming. So improving your health through different methods or technique of the healing therapies that can help a lot. So you are a vibrant well-being, so it is giving very wealthy and very healthy attitude that you are in that process. So it is just a reminder. And green color is also talking about, do you know, the luck is on the way. So luck will surely be on your side. Prosperity, good fortune, abundance, renewal, growth, a message from encouragement that to move forward with your plans. These are like indication when you are getting green color feather. And one of the thing I just want to highlight here, if you are getting any kind of green related feathers, then it is talking about heart chakra, what is we call the fourth chakra, that is Anahata chakra. And you can also connect with the archangel Raphael. And if you feel little bit stressful during this process, then I can suggest you listen or watch some green tara mantra. I can share the link also, so that you can listen this green tara mantra video, so that you can feel very calm and cool. So green color representing all this beautiful energy. When you get all these things, it's time now talk about the brown color feather. When you are getting brown color feather or related to brown color, it symbolizes the earth element, and it represents the material side of your life. So focus on holistic lifestyle, stability, work on your masculine energy, because it's talking about the earth element. So you have to focus on more your masculine energy. I'm not talking about here the gender, rather I'm talking about the energy. Just like earth, brown color is also talking about grounding. Brown color feather is also a reminder to stay strong and endure, and it's a color of a home also, because it's talking about the grounding your lower chakras, particularly your root chakras or sacral chakras or solar plexus. Particularly you have to focus on these last three chakras, and it's talking about the home where you can get the respect, and your friendship can get more flourish, and you will get respect not only from others, and you feel also self-respect to yourself. So this brown color is talking about that happiness um, is coming in your life, and good health also, and you have to maintain that tranquility between your feminine and masculine energy. Now I'm going to talk about the green color feather. So when we are talking about green color feather, it's talking about faith, trust, things are in balance, strong protection is needed, and it's talking about the neutrality between black and white, or you can say yes and no. If you are asking something and you don't know what you have to do and not to do, and during this you are questioning, and if you are receiving gray color feather, it means that universe is telling that you have to now take a pause, take a balance, because the answer is yes or no. You don't know what you have to do, it's kind of neutral. So it's time to take a pause, take a rest, and go to in the hermit mode, so that you can get a confirmation. So the gray color feather is a reminder that a magical solution will come to solve your problems and answer your question in time. As I said, it is a neutral between yes or no. It's a neutral between black and white. So you have to wait for that. And strong protection is needed, and telling you to have faith at all times, because it is a testing time between yes and no, between tension and calmness. So you have to be in between, you have to go within. So diplomatic attitude is needed during this process, so that you can handle the situation. So the gray color is talking about the peace and harmony are on your side, so you have to trust that process itself. Now we are talking about the white color feather. When white color feather if you are getting, then it represents that hope, tranquility, your angels are watching over you, it is a good sign. Similarly, when you were talking about purple color feather, it is talking about prepare for a spiritual awakening, because it is talking about the crown chakra particularly, or you can say the third eye chakra as well. So it is talking about the transmutation, the opening of psyche, spiritual powers, siddhis, insight, connect with your body, mind and soul, pay attention to your intuition, your sixth sense is going to be open, or it can be activated, or you are getting new psyche or like spiritual gift from the higher source. When you are talking about blue color feathers, it is talking about more spirituality in your life than ever, it is talking about your throat chakra. It's time to communicate to the larger audience in a such a creative and a smoothing or soft manner that people can feel the healing energy through your communication. So the blue color feather is talking about that your spiritual life is going in a higher dimension, because once you cross the from root chakra to heart chakra, and then throat chakra, it's talking about now it's time to cross the materialistic realm, that is 3D realm, and now you are entering the 5D realm. And when we are talking about peacock feather, as I said that I have received so many greenish color of a peacock feather, is talking about magnificence, growth, fertility, greenery, unique beauty you have, purification of evil eyes, and your finance is going to improve. And it's talking about rain, that is it's talking about water element as well. It's talking about now it's time to dance for yourself. And it's talking about the pride sometimes, because the beauty of the peacock has its uniqueness, and that uniqueness really make the different identification from other birds. So maintain that uniqueness or creative whatever you have within you. So different feathers, as I said, is talking about different meaning, and it associates with a different concept or understanding. So similarly, when you're talking about orange color feather, it's talking about your sacral chakras. You're talking about your creative will flow very naturally, and there will be no resistance. You will go with the flow like that. When you are getting red color feather, it's talking about root chakra. It's talking about you have to be more grounding, and for that you have to be very down to earth and humble. You have to follow all these qualities. And it's talking about love, it's talking about seduction are coming in your way, because it is talking more about your love or sexual energy. When you are getting pink color feather, it's talking about love and happiness on the horizon. It is time now to spread the love, and when you spread the love, then you are getting also more happiness from outside as well as from inside. When you are getting brown color with the white color feathers, kind of mixed color, then it is talking about happiness is coming in a very fast manner. So it is a good sign, and is talking about good health and tranquility. When you are getting white and black feathers, kind of both black and white feather, is talking about it's time to make a hope and balance. It's talking about dark and light. It's talking about day and night. It's talking about good and bad, right and wrong. And this is the high time you have to balance your feminine and masculine energy as well. When you are getting gray, white, black, kind of these three mixed feather color, then it is talking about all is not lost. Don't give up. It's time to trust yourself, no matter what the situation is. Though the situation is very difficult for you to go through that experience, but still hold that trust. And once the time will go, and you will see that a different change is going to happen within you, and that different change can make a different identity, and that is a good sign, though it is kind of blessing in disguise, you can say. When you're talking about multicolor feathers, it is giving a very special meaning to us. Multiple combination of the color spectrum is talking about that is a powerful sign of regeneration, mystical realms, signify a strong connection to the angels. It's talking about the rainbow. It is a kind of representation of the rainbow. It's talking about the 7 chakras. It's talking about particularly 7 planets, though we consider 9 planets. Rahu, Ketu is a shadow planets, but if you exclude these two, then you will see the 7 planets. So it's talking about different chakras particularly. So it is a very strong indication from the angels. So in overall, if you conclude what does it mean, the spiritual meaning, then we can say that different colors have different meaning according to different situation and circumstances, but the feather is always has been associated with the freedom of the life, transcendence, communication with the spiritual realm, and most important is talking about your own free will, is talking about your own freedom of action to take in a different way. It's a very unique way. So that's why in the shamanic culture you have seen people have been use so many different colors of feather in their day-to-day life. So one of the best example in this context I can say that how Native Americans they have used the dream catcher, which is talking about that though it is good for the kids who are watching the, sometimes in the bad dreams, or maybe they are unable to sleep due to negative entities. So the dream catcher is a beautiful representation towards the 7 chakras. So the feathers in our life is always talking about that how we connected with the spirit totem, and this spirit totem is always trying to advance indication that you are connected with the higher source. I hope today's message can help you if you are going through the spiritual journey, or twin flame connection or Kundalini awakening. Then it can give a advance notification that you are now going to connect with the higher source or the angels, and you are in the process. So just think positive, remain positive, and be assertive, and everything will be fine. Thank you so much for listening this video, and if you feel that this message is really helpful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. That can give me a boost to myself to upload more and more videos related to the spiritual journey. Of course these are like my own experience, and based on this experience I'm going to upload some of the pictures so that you can connect with me, that how angels are connect with me, and I'm really so blessed for that. And I wish that you all are doing good in your life. Have a beautiful day ahead. Thank you. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.